Pat. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Crafty Pat, where I talk about lots of different crafts I do. Lately, I'm on a cross-stitch binge, so I have put out a few floss tubes, and today's video is about cross-stitch patterns kits that I have thrifted recently, or I already had in my stash that I'm reselling on Etsy. My Etsy store is called Crafty Pat Creations. I'll put a link below. If you see anything you like, please check out my store, and hopefully you will agree that I have pretty decent prices. A lot of these are vintage cross-stitch. That's pretty much what I have an interest in, and have bought a couple of different thrifting hauls lately, one through Facebook and a few others online. And I kept a few of the things out of there because some of them is like, oh, I want that pattern or that book. But then there were things that's like, I know I'm never going to do those. So I'm going to start with showing you some kits that I have. This one is Firefighter. It's a complete kit. It's by Candamar Designs. It's from 2002. It's everything in it. The floss. It's an 8x10. It has 14 count Ada. So it's sealed. Never been opened. Oh, this is a nice cat. And I like cats, but I would never hang this in my house just because it doesn't go with my decor. I think it's cute. It has, no, one has not been opened either. Okay. It is on 14 count Ada. The finished size is, the finished frame size is 16 by 12. So it's a pretty nice size pattern. It's full coverage. So, or yeah, it's full coverage. So, I don't know, you can't see, but there's like some fringe here. I don't know what that is. I guess you don't have to do that. The, comes with number 24 needle, of course, the floss, the chart, the Ada. It's natural Ada, it's not white. So, kitty cat called Ivory Cats by Leslie Ann Ivory. Oh, this one's cute. This one has been opened. It's a Christmassy birds on a gingerbread house. Has that in there. It has, it's on 28 count even weave. And this is some nice feeling fabric. It really, I started to just keep the fabric for myself. It is really, and it's a huge piece of fabric too. The finished design, I thought it said on here, 18 by 13. It's not full coverage, but it's 18 inches by 13 inches. So it's a big piece. And yeah, lots of different colors for the birds and the different decorations. It's, I believe, stitch number 2 since it's a 28 count. This is quilt blocks that it says stamped for cross stitch embroidery. This is not counted, this is stamped. And there are 6 blocks in here. Open it up so you can see what it looks like. It's on a cotton poly blend. Sorry, I guess I should have turned my phone off before I started the video. I thought I did, and I didn't. Excuse me while I do that. Yeah, let's turn that sound off. Okay, so it's a poly cotton blend. You can see it's stamped on there. So you just follow the little X's. I don't know if you can, I think you can still find what they used to call liquid embroidery. It was in like a paint tube, and the end was like a ballpoint pen, and you could just draw over these. I did those years ago and enjoyed them. You took the little, it was a ball, it was a tube of paint, but you could just draw over these. But anyway, so you get 6 of these blocks in this package. Oh, maybe you don't want to draw over these. Any liquid will remove ink. You would just have to be careful as you draw over them. Make sure you draw over them the way you want to. But once you stitch over it, you wash it, and the ink goes away. Sorry that I keep bouncing the table. So you get 6 18 by 18 inch blocks. To make a bed-size quilt, you need 3 of these packages, but even with 6, you can make a nice lap throw with 6 of these. Do 2 by 3. You can make a nice baby quilt if that's what you wanted for a baby quilt, or like I said, even just a lap throw. And you will need, it doesn't come with any floss, doesn't come with, it's just the fabric and the instructions. Read instructions, examine fabric for imperfections before beginning. Ironing may set the ink. So you don't want to iron it in advance. You don't want to wash it in. Okay, so that's all the kits. Now, some of these books I think I may have shown in a previous video where I was going through some things I got in a vintage haul. Here's another, this one's full of Christmas ornaments. It's called Mistletoe Express. It's from 82, the Vanessa Ann collection. Here's some of the others. All Christmassy. I mean, some of them are, but I think that's like a birth sampler. Yeah. Noah's Ark birth sampler. So there's some different things in there. The middle page is coming out, but the pages are in great shape. Yeah, there's some like baby quilt ideas. And it gives you and so like, that's a soft sculpture, the little cars. It gives you all the instructions for that and the diagram, the patterns to cut those out. It is 40 pages, has alphabet in it. Where's the Noah's Ark birth sampler again? There's a big chicken, some reindeer. Oh. So it's got some cutesy, things for from the 80s. Also have, this one is great if you want to make Christmas ornaments. I used to make Christmas ornaments. I have lots now. I don't need more necessarily. 250 Christmas quickies. So there's lots of these little ornaments. I'm sorry. This one is also, the pages are coming apart. So I don't remember if I listed this one on Etsy. If I do, it'll be at a reduced price because the pages are coming out. There's these type of ornaments. I know I did some of these back in the day. And you could buy these little wreaths and put them in. That's cute. I think they're cute. So there's 350 different ornaments in this book that's got 144 pages. There's like thread cloths. There's, I believe in Santa Claus. So it's got a lot of cute ideas. They're not all just Christmas ornaments. More things like that. I mean, obviously you don't have to do it on a shirt, but yeah, the pages are in great shape. They're just coming out of the booklet. So that will be at a reduced price. This is a Christmas Eve. This is just other things. 8-color country cross stitch. All the patterns only use 8 colors. It's 144 pages, and it's from the 80s, I believe. No, 90s, 1995. So there's things like this angel. Sweet home. And then it also has directions. I think these are like watercolors. It has directions to do the complete whatever kits. I think that's like some type of stenciling or painting on there. More of that angel. She has different things. Some of these little, I don't know what to call them, wall hangings that have the name of the home, your last name on it, the family name. Sweeter Than a Rose. This is one of the Leisure Art Presents Christmas Remembered. This is book 7. And even though it says, I know it doesn't look Christmassy, it is Christmas type book. It's the Victorian style. So it's not just Christmas, though. It's a lot of these Victorian roses. Like looking little angel cherub fairy. I'm not sure what. Who's driving butterflies. So there's a lot of flowers on here. And there's some more little fairies sitting on a rose. There's a sampler. This is a hardback, and it's from the 90s. It's got 96 pages. I try to put in my listings how many pages each thing is, and whether it's color charts or black and white. So be sure to look at the description. This is from 93. Here's another Christmas Remembered. This is book 14, called All Through the House. And this one is obviously Christmas. This is from 97. So I don't know how often they put them out. It obviously was more than once a year, since 93 had book 7 and 97 had book 14. I actually have 2 copies of this, so I am keeping one. But then I found another copy, and I'll try to show you some of these type ornaments. There's a lot of there's a named piece, Christmas stockings, 12 Days of Christmas ornaments. Those are cute. You could even do those all in one piece to do a framed piece or wall hanging. This one's pretty. 12 Days of Christmas, the actual music. I'd say it's the actual music. I can't read music. Some Santas, some different old world Santas. I like Santa Claus. Isn't he lovely? I don't decorate for Christmas anymore, but I may start again. Because I like these Santas. And I think there's a tree hopper in here as well. And again, they show you all the different variations on the same pattern, and how to finish them. And they are full color charts. So, and again, that's from Leisure Arts. I also have some magazines that a lot of these I bought originally back when. And some of them, though, I've just picked up over the years from different places. And I went through them and was like, let's just be honest about which ones I know I'm not really going to do anything with this. This is Cross Stitch and Needlework from February 97. It has a sampler on it. This one is 66 pages. Of course, that includes some ads. A ribbon embroidered heart. Some drawn work doily. These magazines were these were good. These were after Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. They changed it to Cross Stitch Needlework. And they always had different techniques, and you can learn a lot from them, I felt like. So that's one. Okay, this is from 1984, 85. November, December 85. That was the first volume of Cross Stitch and Country Craft, and their first annual Santa or Christmas plate. They weren't always Santa. And magazine was 30 pages back then. I managed to turn my camera off while I was talking. So to pick back up, Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, November, December 85. It has this Christmas sampler, which says, though we may roam far and wide, our hearts come home at Christmas time. And then you can put your name down. Then here's another from April 1998, cross stitch and needlework. That is a Nora Corbett design on the front. And there's a little bit of an article about her being a designer. So there is this pattern for that Nora Corbett. There's also, let me run through here and see what else is in here. There's an Easter egg. Trying to not show the actual patterns. There's the Nora Corbett. She is gathering eggs. She is done on 32 count linen. She ends up being 11.5 inches by 5.1/3 inches. And yeah, there's a nice little article about Nora Corbett and her process on her design studio, and how she got into design. There's this type pattern in there. And here we've got June of 98, cross stitch and needlework with a nice sampler on the front of it. Wedding keepsakes, fabulous folk art. And here, a keepsake bridal journal cover. This one is pretty. Edible flowers. That's a full coverage piece. This one also has a few pages coming out. December of 97, cross stitch and needlework. This one, the cover has some problems, but it's got Victoria. Some of this Victorian decorating was still popular in the 90s. The front has the No Place Like Home for the holidays. This one has, you stitch, and it's paper dolls. You can stitch it as this little framed piece, or you can stitch the paper doll and her accessories on plastic canvas. So that's cute. Shows you how to make tassels. Some beautiful Christmas ornaments there. With part anger. It's a little bit more advanced techniques. But they usually do a great job of really explaining how to do it. And, okay, here's some Christmas keepsakes. Here's the annual Christmas plate. A Santa. He's a woodland Santa. So it's got the pattern for it. And then there's also this religious scene of the mother and child, the Madonna and child. And then this one that says, and the angel said unto them, fear not, for behold, I bring you things of great joy, which shall be to all people, for unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And so all of this is beaded. I think that may all be beaded. No, it's not. It looks beaded, but it's not. No, it's French knots with rayon floss. Rayon floss is very shiny if you've never seen it. Oh, you can't see it on the camera. All of that is shiny. It looks like it's beading, but it's not. It's French knots. So you need to love French knots. Or you're gonna get used to it by the time you finish that piece. I'm also got an issue of Just Cross Stitch from February of 92. A little tea time there. Let's see what else is in here. little piece. Cross stitch with a needleless brush and a palette of floss. I become an artist as I paint with a cross. Sampler. Love Faith Hope sample. So those are cute. Okay, and then I have quite a stack of patterns here. So I'm going to try to go through these quickly so this doesn't last forever. A Blessing from Above by Just Cross Stitch. It has baby monograms, all kinds of ideas for baby gifts, bibs and shirts for the mother as well. There's prayer, sampler. Amish Summertime. You get both of these patterns. The little girl with the sheep in the quilt and the three little boys. Antique Tractor Collection. You get all of these tractors as well as these. The summer, fall scenes. Summer scenes. That one's a Christmassy because it's got the Christmas tree on it. So those are cute. Those are black and white patterns. That's from 2000. Apple of His Eye. Some cute little teddy bears from 92. I'm not sure. It'd be Snickle and Me. This is cross-stitched on blue linen. And it's cross-stitched over 2. So it's 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches tall. Sorry about the glare. Should have taken it out of the package. It's from 2001. The next one is the Carousel. And it's from the 80s or 90s. 83. You get 3 different patterns. A girl swinging, the actual carousel, and then a tree house. This is Early Morning Daydreams. Dreamsicle. This one's from 95. You get all 4 patterns of the little cute cherubs. This is, this one. Let me take it out of the package because otherwise it would be shiny. The finished size on 14 count is 11.5 by 14 1/3 inches. It is full coverage. Father Pine. He's full coverage. All this is, I believe all of that is stitched as well. You can't see it on the camera, but there's like little trees in the background that are completely, he's holding a tree, he's holding a birdhouse. So stitch is 160 by 200. And that's from 2003 by Susan Seals, which he's a nice Santa. If you want to tackle a full coverage. But at least I've done other patterns with this like checkerboard. I'm doing one now. That goes kind of quickly. That's quick. That's an easy fill in. You don't have to be counting a lot. Marjolaine Baston. This is called Gathering. It's the birds on the little treehouse, birdhouse. Gossamer Wings. You get all these flowers with there's a bee and dragonflies, butterfly. These are more bees of some sort. You get all 6 patterns in that one. Orange-tailed butterfly, bumblebee, sleeper swallowtail, dragon and damselfly, honeybees. Yeah, okay, so this is a bumblebee down here, but up here are honeybees. So that's really cute. Guardian Angel, which is another Leisure Arts. Historic Tall Ships. You get is this 3 patterns? No, it's 5 patterns. You get the USS Constitution, the Mayflower, the Storm, the Nina, and Smooth Sailing. So they're all shown there on the front. Or here's another view of them. That's from Stony Creek. So they're different sizes. This is cute birdhouses. Home Tweet Home. Oh, this one is pretty. I don't really have a place to hang it. Hummingbirds and flowers. Isn't that pretty? It ends up being. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out where the model was stitched on. If you do it on 14 count, it's 20 and 5/8 inch by 6 3/4 inch. So it's long and about 7 inches tall. It's about 21 inches this way and 7 inches this way. You probably would need to have that custom framed. Hunting companions, dogs. Lots of different dogs. Hunting dogs. Other pictures in there. Those are pretty nice, especially if you have hunting dogs. I don't know what kind of dogs these are. I'm not good at that, but if you have dogs in your household, these are full color charts. 6 different designs. Another flower, an iris. You just get the one design. Janet Howard's Originals. This is, I believe, from the 90s. Maybe even the 80s. There it is, 98. Isn't that pretty? I was looking to see. The model was stitched on 18 count, so it's 5.9 inches by 9.1, so about 6 by 9. Ma Ella's Crazy Quilt, another leisure arts. 2 little girls having a picnic with their teddy bear on a quilt. Even though this is by color charts, it's black and white, but it's a zebra, a giraffe, and a panda. So if you like animals, or these would be cute in a child's room as well. You get all 3 charts. The zebra and the panda are about 7 by 7 inches on 14 count. The giraffe is 7 by 14. So that would make a nice trio. Here's some late 70s, early 80s kitsch. Necessary room and the comfort station. And then the bathroom. And down here, the bathroom says, when you walk into this bathroom, you can count on one sure thing. As you sit in comfort, the telephone will ring. So those are, cutesy. Here's some more birds with either a cattail, that's post, and this is called the nestlings. This is 4 of a kind. Or you could do them as just like for this picture frame. Little bird in the nest. I think there was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 patterns in here. 8 different little birds. This next one, I'm only going to show you part of it because it's just the chart. There's not a picture, so I'm going to cover up part of it. It's New Mexico. This is from Sue Hillis Designs. She did a lot of I guess she did all 50 states. It's from 1979. So she would do like an outline of the state and then like emblems for that state. So there's a longhorn, and it'll say Santa Fe, identifies certain big cities. And I'm not sure what an apple, a peach, cotton, wheat, potatoes, a tractor, mining tools. So, and I have another one of these as well. I also have South Carolina. So if you need one of those, I have one for Georgia since I'm from Georgia and still live here. I've never done it yet. That's on my list of things to do. Well, this one's orcas and dolphins. You get all these patterns. You get 7 patterns. I believe that's 7. Yeah. That's cute. I think they're full. No, they're not. They're almost full coverage. There's a lot of work there. I'm really close to being full coverage. This is a perfect setting. It doesn't say it specifically. It was published by Barbara and Cheryl from Columbia, South Carolina. So I'm assuming South Carolina, low country style house with the water in the background. And it's a black and white chart. It works up to be, the model was stitched on 32 count, 2/2. So it would end up being a little over 20 inches by 12 inches. So it's about 12 and a half this way and a little over 20 inches this way. So it's a pretty good sized piece. And it is full coverage. Every single bit of that is full coverage. All of the sky is full coverage. I don't see any blank spaces on that chart. So be prepared. It's from 1998. And thought I saw the stitch count. No, I don't see it. Stitch count, 330 stitches wide, 200 stitches high. So 6,000 plus stitches. The Savannah Floral Collection on black. Obviously, you could do it on white. Here's a nice, if you like some things that have all the seasons. Here we go from Christmas, spring, summer, got sunflowers and the pumpkins for fall, snowman. That's from Bent Creek from 1999. 192 stitches by 65, so it's cute. I think it's, if you like something to hang up year-round. This one's called Simply Old Fashioned. It's this little stitch here. It's just done in black. It's called Cemetery Hill. This is the church and the cemetery. It's got a lot of just, your back stitching the tops of these trees and those heels. This one's, if you like a Halloween. I don't decorate for Halloween. I just never have. But this one's cute. This one, which I don't see why you can't leave it up year round. I think if you enjoy decorations, leave them up whenever you want. And it's called Skeleton Crew, 16 men on a dead man's ship. The skeleton's the ghost. The cute little pumpkin. It works up to, this is from 2005, Vicki Hastings. If you do it on 14 count or over 2 on 28 count, do it on 14 count, it's going to be 19 inches by 16 inches. So it's going to be a good sized piece. 267 stitches wide by 221 stitches high. It is not full coverage though, but that's cute. Here's a seasonal, is called Snow Date. Snowman and Snow Lady having a date. I'm not sure what, I guess those are like Christmas treats or something there. I'm not sure what they've got. She's got a fancy little purse. He's got on his vest and his top hat. South Carolina. Here's another thing. If you like South Carolina, you're from there, or you know someone who lives there. The state tree is the palmetto. So this is, it's pretty good size. 13 and an eighth of inch wide and 22 inches tall. So it's a good size piece if you do it on 14 count. If you do it on 22 count over 1, it's 8, well, about 9 by 14. Sunflower harvest, I'm sorry. Look at the crow. You get sunflowers and you get the crows. Here's another old house, a touch of pink. I looked this one up online. I saw some people advertising it as it's the Pink House in Savannah, Georgia. It's not the Pink House. Pink House has a restaurant. It's a historic home in Savannah. But it's that style. It's the style of the Savannah homes. And it works up on 14 count to be about 13 by 13. A rocking horse, a fancy rocking horse. His name is Trotter. He is leaflet 2. There's another one available. I don't have a copy of it, but called Chestnut that you can probably find on Etsy or eBay. That's from Just Cross Stitch. Here's one from probably 81. Don't let the turkeys get you down. Cutesy cutesy from the 80s. This one I keep chuckling at every time I look at it. Those are penguins. It took me a second to realize that there's a misspelling in the top, and it looks like penguins. But they're penguins. Lots of different little penguins doing different things. There's one, he's got on his tails, and he's serving a martini there. That one says, "I heart you." This is from the late 90s, I think, is what it said. It's from Pam Neely. Yeah, black and white charts. But yeah, they're pretty cute. Welcome home. A couple of these banners or even on tea towels. And the last one is a moonlight palm. This one works up to be about 5 by 8 inches, so it's not huge. Much bigger than the piece of paper I'm holding. They did it on 28 count too, but still it's 5 1/8 inches wide, 8 1/8 inches high. By Water's Edge cross stitch. This is from 2005. I need to mute my smart device while I'm in here too. There's not someone in my yard. The wind's blowing and sets the camera off. So hopefully you enjoyed looking through those. And again, if you will check out my Etsy store at Crafty Pat Creations, I'll leave the link below. If you like watching this type videos, check out some of my other videos where I just talk about cross stitch. I'm not just selling things. Give me a thumbs up, follow and subscribe. Leave a comment below. If you've stitched any of these and you have comments about them, please let me know. Maybe you have memories of stitching one of these in the past, or it's one you've been looking for. I also have some vintage sewing patterns on my Etsy. I'll be uploading a lot more very soon. And as I get more vintage patterns and magazines, and as I go through my supplies and kind of weed some things out, I'll be posting those. Thanks again for joining me. Have a good day. Bye.